decided on just doing a bit of a studio video this week. I've come into Blackchurch on Easter Monday. I was hoping that I would be here alone, but people have been here for most of the day, had the same idea as me, try and come in when it's quiet, and there was lots of people here, turns out. So I have been printing for just cleaning up, so I'm going to be sort of in and out, and I've also got manual focus on because this camera is not dealing well with regular focus currently. So I just need my little cleaning up device, which I hope I brought with me. I didn't bring it with me. I'll need to find a different cleaning up device. So I have been printing for an exhibition that I've been printing for. What have I been printing for? So I've been printing for a salon show that is going to be happening here at Blackchurch. Hopefully I will be accepted. I'm pretty happy with the print that I have come up with. It's not finished yet, but I've been printing the etching part today, and I am going to do more screen printing later at home. So I've done like 20 prints today, so I'm a bit stuffed. If I sound tired, that's why. Pretty easy. I shouldn't say that. Comparatively, it's been easier than the last etching I made because it's a lot smaller, but still a day of printing kind of does you in a bit. So the only specifics for this call out were that the artworks had to be within certain size ranges for framing. And I thought about using something that I have made in the past. I sort of kept that as a backup, but decided to proof some etching plates that I had made over a year ago and never printed. And it turns out that I really liked this particular one, which you're not going to be able to see what's on this plate from here, but you will see it somewhere in this video. And I've come up with a design for it, or an idea for it, based around this etching of a cassette tape that says Hottest 100 1996, which refers to the Triple J Hottest 100 countdown in 1996. And I've come up with some screen printed stencils to print around the outside of the etching to add some colour to it and add a bit more meaning to it. So one of the things that has sort of come up for me recently with work is that when I first moved to Ireland, I kind of had a bit of a panic reset of what I was making. I didn't really want to continue the work that I had been making in Australia because it just didn't feel particularly relevant, but I didn't know what to do for new work. And so I just kind of like started doing some music stuff and started sort of keeping sketchbooks and kind of mucking around and not really knowing where anything was going. And it turns out that I've kind of adapted those ideas that I was having into new work that's only just resolving itself now, and it's reminding me that not everything has to be fast. Like, work can take years if you're okay with that. The only really way to work this way is to work on many multiple things all at the same time, which I'm quite happy to do, as similar to like just reading many books at the same time, which apparently I'm also happy to do. But so I made this plate over a year ago and I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but it is based on drawings that I made way back in 2019. And it's actually on the back of a recycled plate that I made in 2013. Sort of similar, the plates from the same set of etchings that the Ready for Combat print that I made is from. So that one, I kind of did the same thing. I took a plate that I had made a long time ago and then made adjustments to it. And I'm kind of liking this way of working, of coming up with something at some point and not knowing quite what to do with it, or not finishing it at the time and just letting it sit and percolate in the back of my mind, because the idea that I've come up with for this particular plate feels so right for this particular plate now. Like at the time when I made it over a year ago, it's just like, I don't really know what to be making, so I'll just make something. And it's worked out. And I kind of think, so I've been making these videos this year, and some of them have been popular and some of them have got barely any views at all. And it's a bit disheartening immediately when you make, or when you put a lot of effort into making a video and it doesn't get a lot of traction. But I kind of just have to remind myself to be patient. Like, it's not easy to do a reset of a channel that was one thing and is now something else that is much more personal to my own work, because people are always going to look up tutorials for how to do something, and that's just not what I'm interested in making anymore. But I do want to talk about my own work, but obviously my own work is going to have less of an immediate impact or reach than making something more generic. So, like with the artworks, I just have to be patient and see where these videos go. I've been really enjoying making them so far, and I've been particularly really enjoying starting doing animation stuff again, so maybe I'll put some of that in this video. We'll see. It takes a long time to do, like every single thing I make. But as I said, you gotta have patience to make something good sometimes. Oh no, I was wondering if the cable from the camera was in front of the lens, but it's not. It's okay, it's just in front of the viewfinder. So I will finish printing up here now, and I will take my little etchings home and set them to dry. And then in a day or two, I will do a bunch of screen printing on them. And that may or may not make it into this video. I might finish this video first. Who knows? I'm trying to make these videos as well so that I don't have to particularly rely on a script, and sometimes that works out and sometimes it doesn't. But I think it makes for a better video in the long run because I'm not reading off notes. It means a bit more editing at the end to get rid of massive pauses and things that I thought were interesting at the time but didn't actually turn out to be that interesting on the rewatch. But let me know if you like this style of video, if you get something out of it. Even if you don't get something out of it, I get something out of it. Got hands completely covered in ink, but that's what the gloves are for. So yeah, I am looking forward to getting these prints done. I wasn't intending to make this into a big edition or anything. I hadn't really thought about the project that hard at all. But I've printed 19 etchings today, and the nature of these kind of prints, there's a lot of layers and a lot of colours in the screen printing, so they probably won't all work out. There'll be some muck-ups, so we'll end up with an edition that's a bit smaller than what I've printed today. But hopefully this will get accepted for the Salon Show exhibition in Dublin, which will be happening later this year sometime, and you might be able to come and see it if you're in Dublin. So this edition will be listed on my own website eventually, and some other places around the internet. It will probably be on the Black Church print studio website and possibly on the Saatchi art website, which I've recently joined and I'm slowly uploading things to. And stuff there is the same price that it is on my website, but they calculate postage and tax into their prices as well. And obviously they take a commission that doesn't get charged when people buy things from my own website. But I am thinking of maybe adopting the postage prices that they have on there and just copying that across to the images on my other. So boring. I've talked about where things are going to be for sale and I keep going into details of the sale stuff and it's just boring. It's not interesting. It doesn't make a good video. So I think I am about done with my cleanup here. So I am going to stop recording and pack my stuff up and head home and try and buy some Easter eggs on the way home. My husband decided to play Easter egg chicken this year and we didn't get any eggs for Easter and he was hoping to go into the shops and get some on sale today, but there have been no Easter eggs anywhere, so I will stop off at some places and see what I can find on the way home. I don't like my chances. So I will leave you now with the reminder that patience is important when it comes to making art. It's an important reminder for me and it's probably an important reminder for you. Just because you think something is not working or you don't quite know what to do with something doesn't mean that it's not gonna have a life later on. And that's a reminder for me for making work, but also a reminder for me for making these videos. So I will try editing this absolute mess of nonsense that I've been waffling on about into a video at home over the next couple of days and hopefully upload it soon. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, visit my website crumpart.net to find my work. This work will eventually be on there. It probably won't be on there by the time this video is up, but it will be on there one day and you just have to be patient.